So, Chris, we last spoke in Dublin back in October of 2019, literally just before you opened for Brad Paisley at the Three Arena. It was obviously your first time performing in Ireland, and not knowing what to expect, you must have been just blown away by the response you got from the audience that night.
Oh my gosh, yes. I honestly cannot wait to come back. One of the coolest places I've ever been in my entire life, and even in the touring world. So I'm super thankful and grateful that Brad took me over there for my first time. I think it's really cool to be able to play in front of a crowd of that size. And because had I come over there by myself, that it wouldn't have been that way. So that my first time was in front of a lot of people, and hopefully next time I get a chance to come back, maybe I made some fans and they'll make their way back.
You sure did. I mean, aside from your own headlining tours, I know over the years you opened for big acts like Florida Georgia Line, Roscoe Flats, more recently Kane Brown. But to tour with a legend like Brad, and as you say, the level he's at, even over here, and to get to perform I'm Still a Guy and Alcohol with him each night, what did you take away from that experience?
And yeah, obviously I grew up a huge Brad Paisley fan. Hey, just to be able to go, sorry, my dogs are literally like jumping all over. Chloe, sweetie, I'm doing an interview, baby. Yeah, honestly, to be able to go out on tour with him as a huge fan was amazing within itself. But yeah, to get up there and sing one of my favorite Brad Paisley songs every night was just unbelievable. So he's such a great guy, and again, I'm incredibly grateful that he allowed me to be a part of that tour.
So that was then, and fast forward to now, you've got a brand new single out, Fill Them Boots. I know this song was written before the pandemic on your tour bus in, I believe, Grand Rapids, Michigan, with Josh Miller, Ernest, and Mark Trussell. Tell me a bit about how this one came together, because it's got this incredible feel good summer vibe to it.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I'm incredibly happy and proud of this song. And we did, true story, we started at late night one night after a show there in Grand Rapids and finished it the next day in Michigan. But I had these guys out on the road riding that weekend. I had Ernest. I was on my Big Plans tour, and Ernest was out there opening up for that. And him and I wrote Big Plans together, and had our first number one together, which was awesome. And then two of my other favorite writers, Mark Trussell and Josh Miller. Josh Miller was a writer on Take Back Home Girl for me. So I enjoy working with those guys, had them out on the road. I had this song idea in my phone for quite some time, and it kind of told the story of my now wife, but someone I just started hanging out with, and she was just coming out of a tough relationship. I technically filled those boots.
Once again, you're working with producer Joey Moy, whose track record speaks for itself. I mean, the level of success he's enjoyed with acts like Nickelback, Florida Georgia Line, Jake Owen, even more recently Morgan Wallen. What have you learned from working with that guy?
Man, he is the best of the best. There is no doubt about it. I've been working with him now for probably 6 years, which is insane to think about. But yeah, his success is unbelievable, and just to say that I get to work with somebody like that is a dream come true for me. I mean, he's really helped shape and define my sound, and there's a reason he's so successful. Is he knows exactly how to get the best out of each artist that he works with.
With the changing ways now that people consume music, I want to ask you: are you working on? Is there going to be an album, or are you now at the minute more focused on individual singles?
Yeah, I think with the current climate of streaming and all that kind of stuff, and then you have social media. People. I think their attention spans are super short because of that. So I'm going to take a different approach for myself this time around, rather than putting 14 songs out on an album all at once. I'm going to take the route of just putting song out one by one,
Mhm.
and really just, I guess, giving people a chance to digest. And for me, it's a way for me to stay flexible and nimble. And that way, if I write a song that I really love a lot, I can just go straight into the studio, record it, and put it out whenever I want, opposed to being tied down to a certain project. And you know, it's been 3 years since my last record, which is crazy to think about. But yeah, single cycles take a while. So if you're having two off of a record, I mean, you are going to be sitting around for 2 or 3 years waiting to put out your next project. So that's kind of our thing this time around, is we're going to take it song by song and see what happens.
And you and your wife Lauren obviously have a baby boy on the way pretty soon now. I'm guessing the house is a real mixture of nerves and excitement.
Oh my gosh, man, we're so nervous, but at the same time, so excited to become first time parents. I'm having a boy, and I cannot wait to turn him into a PGA Tour star.
um, Funny, I believe, because I was reading over the weekend, I've heard that a name suggestion that you threw out that Lauren was maybe too quick in shooting down was Rambo.
Yes, I did. I tried to sneak that in there. I knew she wasn't going to go for it, but I still tried it anyways. I just felt like, as a guy, I felt like it was tough. I felt like if he's stepping up, you know, about to tee off on the first tee box, Rambo Lane sounds like he's going to hit it 400 yards, you know?
Yeah, yeah. You can imagine Rambo Lane and Memphis Aldine hanging out, you know?
Yeah, it's true.
um, so speaking of Lauren, last December, Big Plans became your third number one. And famously, it was the song that you played to Lauren whilst proposing. So with that in mind, to then watch this song take off and see it connect with people all over the world, even over here in Ireland, like that must be very special.
Oh my gosh, yes. You know, when I sat down to write that song, I may have told you this last time. I can't remember, so I'll tell you again. If I did, I apologize. But yeah, the song started out like any normal song, and then you know, long story short, I decided to write a proposal in there, and then you know, a song that was super personal to me. I never thought about like putting that out into the world. It was literally just for that moment and for her, and just to have, in a way, you know. And I recorded a video to go along with it, and it was honestly a lot of iPhone footage. There was nothing fancy about it, and I just wanted to show the world how I'd proposed. And uh, right out the gate, that song got so much love that it ended up turning into a single, and then a number one. And I couldn't believe it. You know, especially in the very beginning, when I had no thoughts of even putting it out into the world other than just our little moment. And yeah, it's crazy how it worked out.
And as an onlooker, it seems to me as if the success of your second number one, I don't know about you, that seemed to be massively important in not only sort of really defining you as an artist, but also taking your career to another level.
Yeah, I don't know about you. I believe is the song for me that really helped me take that next big step in my career. You know, Fix and For Her both are platinum hits, which is, you know, huge in any artist's career. So I'm super thankful for those songs. But I started really noticing a difference when Take Back Homegirl, I put that out, and now it's double platinum. And then I don't know about you, same thing. It just helped me take that next big step in my career. And then Big Plans, I guess, same kind of thing, you know, right after, I don't know about you, has really helped me take the next step in my career. So I'm praying with Feel Them Boots, it'll just take that next little step forward.
You mentioned there Take Back Home Girl, your collaboration with Tori Kelly, another very important moment in your career. Is there anybody else, you know, looking ahead to the future that you're kind of itching to work with?
Yeah, I mean, if I could sit here and name somebody, I'm a huge Kenny Chesney fan, always have been. So if I could pick anyone to work with, collaborate with, go on tour with, whatever it may be, it would be Kenny Chesney. I'm also a huge Keith Urban fan, uh, which I wouldn't mind doing something with Keith. I mean, I've been a lifelong and long time fan of his. So both of those guys, I could sit here and name a million more, but off the top, I'll go.
And just finally, Chris, from following you on social media, it does seem as if maybe over the past year in lockdown, I think you've maybe watched more golf than Rory McIlroy. Um, as a guy who would normally spend so much time on the road, have you, in a weird way, enjoyed the unexpected break, getting to spend so much time with your wife, particularly now before the baby arrives, and also really getting to knuckle down and focus on songwriting without any distraction?
It's been stressful because you got band guys and crew guys that still need to be taken care of and who have families. So that aspect of it has been rather stressful. But silver lining for me, 100% has been able to spend more time at home with Lauren. It gave us a chance to really settle in and try for a baby. And now that that's happening, we're super grateful for that. And then the other aspect of it is the songwriting, because in a young artist career like myself, a lot of times you spend your weekdays going and playing radio shows across the country. You fly here, you fly there, and then you fly home just to wash some clothes for a few hours and jump on the bus and go out on tour for the weekend. And then you get home on Sunday, got to turn around and do it all over again. So A, you're never home. B, it's tough because it makes songwriting even harder because you're so exhausted. And I was only on one bus at the time, up until all this point. So it was hard to take songwriters out on the road. So when I went out on my Big Plans tour, I got my first real taste of bringing songwriters out on the road because I was able to get that second bus. Because I don't know about you, helped me take that next step, which was great. But yeah, I've been able to sit down pretty much every day and write a song. And some are terrible, some are great, and some I'm incredibly proud of. And I'm so happy that I finally get to put them out, because it's been 2 years or almost 2 years since I released Big Plan. So I haven't really had music out since then, other than one song I did a collaboration on with a DJ Griffin called "Hold You Tonight." But outside that, man, I've had nothing. So it's been a long time coming, and I just hope people dig the songs.
Chris, listen, thank you so much for giving me some time. Good luck with the new single. It is excellent. I mean, you don't need my good luck, but good luck with it anyway. And we can't wait until hopefully it's very soon. You're back on a stage over here.
Heck yeah, man. I would love, love, love that.
Cheers, man. Take it easy. Thank you.
Cheers, buddy. Thank you so much.